Hey, what's up, boxing world? I want to make this thing right here and tell you why Mayweather is where he's at in the game. I'm going to start off with this. There has never been a boxer who had great Mayweather defensive skills, who had all of the natural athletic ability like Roy Jones Jr. had, with the great quick hands, great reflexes, great footwork, but there's never been one who had that lined up with technical, to be just technically sound, the fundamentals down packed, no question about it. That's your boy Mayweather that you're dealing with the defense to go. That's why Mayweather would beat a prime Roy Jones Jr. Because they both had all the God-gifted ability in the world. They had all the God-gifted, but the difference is Mayweather's technically sound, and one of the best technically sound ever to lace him up. Check it out. Evander Holyfield, he was never had amazing power. He was never had amazing footwork and amazing head movement. He wasn't great at not one thing. One thing in boxing quality, he wasn't great, except being technically sound. He was technically sound. You cannot take that away from any man, and that's why he went so far. And that's what made him almost, would you say, a great borderline great fighter. A great heavyweight, yes. Pound for pound, yes, I'll give him a great heavyweight. So what's it called? But that's what made him great. Being technical sound. When you're technically sound, that'll take you a hell of a lot further in boxing than you will believe. Mosley isn't that. Mosley can't throw a straight punch down the middle. He can't. He can't come twisted and straight down the middle. He always comes boom around. He's always coming around, and that's what he do. And that's gonna, his right hand is gonna see Floyd Mayweather's shoulder all night long. Left hand is gonna be guarded like this all night long, and Mayweather's just gonna be coming straight up the middle, pop, 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 and you're gonna see a lot of them little uppercuts, boom, 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 when you twist off with the hip. You'll see that shit, promise you. Because Mosley's corner, so I say like around the 9th round, this corner's gonna throw on the flag, not because Mosley's hurt, because Mosley's getting pounded on in a one-side fight. Mosley's gonna get pounded on, and there ain't shit he can do about it. And they're gonna say they're gonna wave that little white flag. Mayweather's gonna get his victory. And there'll be people who continue to hate. Mayweather couldn't do this in Mosley's prime. Mayweather couldn't. What can you say? What can you say? What I can say is Freddie Roach made a statement saying that he turned down Mosley twice. Mosley came to his gym twice. He said the first time he said there wasn't enough money in the fight. Second time he said Mosley's just too good at that point in time for Pacquiao. And this is after Pacquiao fought Hatton, of course. So you tell me, and if Mayweather does beat him in that fashion, no matter how Pacquiao gets past Clottey, you will have to put Mayweather #1 pound for pound, because he fought the #1 ranked welterweight out there. Because he is the one who beat the man who beat him. Mosley is the #1 welterweight out there. And that's it right there. There's nothing said about it. Mayweather, he is one of the greatest of all time. If he beats Mosley and Pacquiao, he will be the greatest of all time. If he beats Mosley and the Pacquiao fight never happens, it'll be a harder shot for everybody to acknowledge it. But if he goes fights Paul Williams, and he goes to fights, moves up weight classes, whatever, does whatever, he still be widely known as the greatest of all time. Because trust me, now I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I have family, my uncles, my grandparents, brothers, sisters. They're from Harlem. They're from the Bronx, from South Bronx up there. They know Sugar Ray. They don't know him personally, but they've seen all his fights. They was from Harlem from back in the day, and they say, yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson, he was a great fighter. But they remember the fights. They tell me a lot of fights, but he didn't fight world class opposition. He fought. Yeah, he did fight. He had his great fights, but a lot of those victories, from what they tell me, was against no name, was against nobodies. And there was a lot of his fights, not against his big. Of course, he's earned his name, but they tell me, the person who reminds me of Sugar Ray Robinson, they say is Sugar Shane Mosley. That he is a throwback fighter from that era. And yes, all the old timers from up in Harlem, when I go over there to visit some of my family, and you see the old timers talking boxing on the bench in front of the projects, whatever, on the corner. The old timers, they still be talking boxing. They say they all love Sugar Ray Robinson, but they give Mayweather his due. Everybody always says pound for pound. When you go up there, they either go Robinson Mayweather or Mayweather Robinson, and that's from the boxing public.